Says it's live. Yeah. Text them, man. See what they're up to while we wait for some people to come in here. Play some music in the background. Oh yeah, it's on my page.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I see it.
It's live, boy. It's live. Yeah. Christ gang.
Jay Nice say he free.
Yeah. Okay, we'll call him in a second. Tell him to hop on the live and share it. Yeah. That's you? You watching this? What does that mean?
Nah, that's coming from somewhere.
That must be from
Probably
my
from the computer, right? Yeah.
Hey, we trial and error, you know what I'm saying? We just going with the flow, going with the flow. What up, Garrett? All right, so anybody that's tuning in, it's Ro here with my boy Young Priest.
Young Priest.
Young Priest, the preacher, and we chilling. This man actually just dropped a album recently. What's the name of the album, bro?
Good Soil.
Good Soil. You see a little picture right there.
Yeah,
If you tuned in, you're looking at that picture. But yeah, Good Soil. When did this drop, bro?
Just dropped May 3rd.
May 3rd. What's the date? The 15th, 17th, 18th, 19th?
It's the 18th.
18. So it's been 15 days, right?
Went by fast.
Man, it feels like it just dropped yesterday, don't it?
Right. I'm still jamming it like yesterday, and I'm the one who did it, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, yeah. So if anybody's listening, I did the engineering, recording, mixing, mastering on the album. I did a little feature for him as well. And how many songs is on this? 7?
It's 8 songs.
I should have known that, but I don't know. Yeah, so 8 tracks. What else? What does Good Soil mean, bro? What is?
Man, so when you look at the album, you see a golden tree. It's a YP, and I've actually been running with that logo. If you guys go and look at all my projects, like the Book of Young Priest Volume 1 and then the Book of Young Priest Volume 2, I like to use the tree. And so where that all comes from is from the scripture, the parable, you know. And when Jesus said that, he said that you will know my disciples by their fruits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he used the parable of the fig tree. You know what I mean? He said that a good tree will have good fruit and a bad tree will have bad fruit. So that's where I get that from, and I get it from the parable of when the Lord was looking for, the right soil. There was stony soil. There was, there was all kinds of soil. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't an environment to where you can grow fruit. You know what I'm saying? So he said for us to be good soil. You know what I'm saying? And the sower is the Lord. You know what I mean? And the seed is the word. So.
Okay.
What I wanted to do with the album was I just wanted to bring that parable to life, as in us. I'm saying I'm representing, a good tree and a good soil that, God has planted the seed in me. And so I believe that every song on that album is a seed for somebody, to plant into somebody, that somebody can get saved. Maybe you're a believer. Maybe you can get encouraged. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where I get the good soil from.
Okay. Hey, who did the artwork?
Shout out to my boy Quincy, man, Amayas.
Let me show y'all this big while he talks about that. So you can see that large on the screen here. Go ahead, tell him about this artwork.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my brother, man. He, you know what I'm saying? He, I talked to him about what I was like, man, I needed somebody to do the cover. And he said, I got you. And he worked really hard on it. And man, like he didn't even charge me for it or anything. He just did it out of the kindness of his heart. So, man, bless him.
It was free. It's the only way to live it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So bless him for that, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's dope. I like it. I like the gold and the black. Is there any symbolic reason that you decided to go with that?
So with the gold and the black, man. Matter of fact, really when it came to the album, I was I just gave y'all the whole spiel of why I chose that, right? I was having a little bit of hard time. I'm like, man, I wanted to have this name. I wanted to do this. But what a lot of times I like to do is I like to, I like to pray and I like to visualize. And I felt like I seen like a vision of this symbol. I seen gold and black, and I was like, man, that's the album I want. I want to have gold and black as for the cover, So that's why I chose the gold and black. I feel like gold just represents wealth, and it's just black. It's one of my favorite colors. Some people say it's not a color, but it's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, it's a lack of color, right? Like the non-existence.
Yeah, like they say, white and black is
something.
not an actual color. What is this?
I feel you. What, you getting a text message in the middle of something?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see what's going on. What's up, Corey? Corey the Proof Anderson in the building. We got Jay.
Hey, man.
He said the video is frozen.
Oh, it's frozen?
Oh, that's whack. But you can hear the audio.
Y'all can hear us, though, right?
Let me switch it right here. See if they can see us with this one.
Can y'all see us?
Let's see. Jodeci's on here. We got my boy Wayne. What up, Justin? What up, Ashton? Devon. Beezy. That's dope.
What's up, y'all? What's up, people?
What's up, people? Yeah, so in case you're just tuning in, I'm not sure if the video is working quite yet.
There we go. We
on the phone over there, but we got this one right here working. And basically, I'm chopping it up with one of my friends and also a client because he comes and records in the studio. But we're talking about his new project, Good Soil.
Yeah.
And we've talked about so far what the album cover means and what the relevance of that is. We've talked about the colors. We've talked about the name. Let's talk about the features that you have on this album. I'm gonna bring that up right now on this computer here so I can kind of look at it with you. But right off the top, we got this first track featuring This Is Real, which is one of my best friends, and I think it's probably one of our best friends, right?
Yeah.
Martin, and he go by This Is Real. What made you get him on this track, Drowning?
So when we were in the middle of the session, matter of fact, no, it ain't this.
Look at this
Oh,
camera.
my bad. Not even in the middle of the session. When I heard the beat and then I got the hook, I instantly thought of Real. Like I thought of his voice. I like to when I do music, and especially when I'm collaborating with someone else, I like to
Keep talking.
I get like a feel. You know what I'm saying? So I had a feel of the song, and I was like, man, Real's voice would be so good on here. And it did. It came out exactly like I'd envisioned it. He heard when we went live and we did the session on Facebook, he heard the song, which it was amazing because I didn't even know he was going to be live. I didn't know he was going to get on the live, but he did. And he was able to hear me create the song, and he said, man, I loved it. I didn't even ask him to get on yet. You know what I'm saying? This was something that I was thinking. I was like, man, I hope Real really likes this song. You know, I don't know how he's going to really feel about it, but he was loving it. And I hit him up about it on live. Like, I commented and say, hey, Real, like, bro, I want you on this. And I kid you not, like, when he was hearing it, he was inspired. You know what I'm saying? He started writing 8 bars right in the middle of me creating the song. So that's how that came about. You know what I mean? And Drowning, like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't ask me about it, but Drowning, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a song, it's a dope vibe, it's a dope sound to it. But not only like I'm not trying to just create dope music. I'm trying to make music that has a message. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to hear this song and take something from it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The lyrics is you know, I was deep in sin, I was drowning. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm referring to, you know, it is what it is. Like I was drowning in sin. You know, I felt like there was no way out. But then Jesus, he came and he saved me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't let me go in. He didn't let me die. You know what I'm saying? In my sins. You know, so that's what that means.
Yeah. Did you go through anything? Because Beezy's over here asking, what was the inspiration behind that? So did you go through anything personally that made you want to come up with that song, or was it seeing other people's lives and what they were going through?
It's all of that, man. It's a lot of my songs come from I've heard people tell me, they say, man, when you rap with a pain. I put a lot of emotion. I put a lot of my heart in it.
Yeah, you do.
With Drowning, like it's just like just when I was working with it, the melody came to me, and a lot of times what I do, bro, when I hear the music, the words come to me, like honestly. And a lot of times, sometimes I don't even know what I'm about. I don't come up with a subject and say, yeah, this is what the subject is going to be. Usually I just pour my heart out, and then I hear it. I'm like, wow, like wow, this is what you're going through. Like this is what I'm really going through. And I that's why I like to say when it comes to music, it's like therapeutic. Like I like to be very intimate. You know what I'm saying? I like to get real close, real personal with my music. You know, I might share some things that I haven't shared with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may be like, bro, it look like everything is going well. I feel like, I can get free on the track. And if I can get free on the track, somebody else can hear this and they can get free. And that's what I do.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of my favorite tracks that I've ever heard you do, especially hook-wise.
Okay.
This hook is fire. The verse is dope, too. And then Jay Nice was in here. He said that's his second favorite verse that he's ever heard from Real.
Wow. Yeah.
And so, I mean, you got that feature from him,
yeah.
Right? So now let's talk about the video for that, because that dropped when?
That dropped. We just dropped that the other day, Friday. Well, really, I dropped it Thursday night at 11 p.m.
More like 11:59.
Yeah, 11:59 for real, bro.
Yeah. So that video, we actually shot. It was me, Priest, and Real, and that was an adventure. We went over to what was it, the cemetery downtown Austin, and we got the drone, but it was too windy. It was extremely windy,
super windy.
But it was weird because it was sunny for some parts of the day, and then it was like overcast, and it looked like it was literally about to storm the rest part of the day. And so we were kind of back and forth on, should we be filming? Are we going to be able to use the drone? Are we going to be able to get the right shots? And what ended up happening is, we all did our part in it, and it seems like it turned out to be a great video, right?
It did, man. I think it really came out. It was actually Real's idea to do the cemetery. Some people may feel how they may feel, but it's. I really feel like it went with the message. You know what I'm saying, of the song. I really felt like that was the right place, and when you see the visual, because this is the thing we want to do, we want to match up the visual with the song. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the right place, the right scenery can bring out the lyrics of the song, and just bring out the whole vibe of it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, let's do this. What do you say we let them watch the video?
Yeah.
Right here on the live.
Yeah.
And then what they can do is, if you like the video, go ahead and search it up on YouTube, share it, or it's on his Facebook page. You can share it there too. Yeah. So either way, let's see if we can get this video out there. Let's see how many views we can get, how many people live we can get touched. But let's go ahead and play the video so you guys get ready for it. Here we go. Here we go.
It's playing with the volume.
Is the volume? Is the volume not playing?
Yeah, the volume not playing.
Oh man.
Probably gotta turn something up, right?
I don't know.
It's playing, but I can't hear it though. Oh, they all
Yeah. I was in depression, I was low. Only way to deal was I small, I small. But the pain remained like a juice stain. But Jesus came and bleached away that juice stain. Baptized in that fire, got that new flame. And it's real different, like blue flames. Forget my old wave, I'm on a new wave. With my teen spirit, like that my new game. Not gang. This is Christ's game. We had to switch lanes. We here to do things. Repenting of our sins, we can't go to hell. I'm under God's grace, why me show and tell? He broke me out my shell. My thoughts was filled with hell. Naked women on my mind, I used to lust for tales. Now I'm married to my queen, I don't kiss and tell. And he made it out true, like a wishing well. I was deep in sin, I was drowning and drowning. Couldn't even swim, I was drowning and drowning. I was all alone, I was drowning and drowning. Then he came to save me, yeah, he found me. I was deep in sin, I was drowning and drowning. Couldn't even swim, I was drowning and drowning.
innovator boy, out the box like fresh kicks, out toy like fresh air when he breathe life right in this. Too many problems heavy, hard step where I came from. Mind sitting on dumb, anxiety get the best of me with the disease. Perfected the recipe without sitting on suicide. Didn't venture but had homies who fell prey to that hater side. Who am I to think I'm better just cause I ain't fall down? But instead I fall down and live phones like touchdown. Whoa. So when he found me I was low, ain't nowhere to go. When it came to church folk, I was no. But then I met a man, said he cared about my soul. Asked me if I die tonight, where I go, I don't know. Right then I felt things change, as I was calling to my God above. He showed himself as a loving father who forgives, and I gave it all my burdens, all my chains, everything done got restored. Got married and a couple kids, now we praise you Lord, singing where yours go.
I was deep in sin, I was drowning and drowning. Couldn't even swim, I was drowning and drowning. I was all alone, I was drowning and drowning. Then he came to save me, yeah, he found me, I was deep in sin, I was drowning and drowning. Couldn't even swim, I was drowning and drowning. I was all alone, I was drowning and drowning. Then he came to save me, yeah, he found me, I was deep in sin, I was drowning and drowning. Couldn't even swim, I was drowning. I was alone, I was drowning. Then he came to save me, yeah, he found me.
Yeah.
Hey, we sorry if y'all couldn't hear that, but just
I think some of them could, because some people were like they could hear it. On our end, we could hear it.
yeah.
But I guess y'all, maybe some of y'all couldn't hear it. But anyways, the visual looked dope to me. I thought
Yeah.
it came out great, regardless of the weather and everything. So I mean, the Lord came through.
Yeah, it did. Cause I was like, man, we was praying beforehand. It was like, oh Lord, please don't let it rain on us. Like, please don't let it rain.
Yeah.
Bless real hard. Matter of fact, let me say that, man. He real like he told me he liked the song so much, you know, after doing the feature, he told me, he said, bro, I want to do the video, you know. And I was in between blessings at the time, man, and he said, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So bless his heart. Lord bless him. And he came all the way up here from Corpus, you know what I'm saying, and shot the video with me. So, man, y'all send some prayers real way, man. He didn't have to do that, but he did.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at some of these other songs that we got on the project.
Yeah.
We got the first one is Drowning, which y'all just saw the video for. Hopefully heard it. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Second song, Pay No Attention. Yeah, that's my second favorite song, even though it's not, you know, Drowning is my favorite, but I'm on Pay No Attention and it's my second favorite song. You know what I'm saying?
Pay No Attention?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's funny. That's actually one of the songs that last year, you know what I'm saying, Rose sent me 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey man, choose from these 3 songs. And every one of those songs had a hook on them, if I remember.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, choose which one you want. And when I heard Pay No Attention, man, I said, man, you can keep all them other ones. Like, this is the song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, when it comes to music, like, it's like, when I choose beats, it's like I don't just choose like my favorite. It's like the beat gotta speak to me.
Speak to you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to speak to me.
You gotta feel it.
Because like I said, I like to come deep from my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the most complex when it comes to my raps and things like that. I think in some ways it's simple. But it's like, if anything you're gonna take from I feel like from my verses and my music, you're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to feel it before you hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it came to that Pay No Attention, if you know, y'all let me talk about it, I'll talk briefly about it. Those verses, honestly, you know, for those that know, like Joe Poe, like we came from a ministry. We was at a ministry at the time, and I'm not gonna go fully into detail about it, but long story short, like when I left that ministry, you know what I'm saying, I was kind of tore up. You know what I'm saying? I was tore up on the inside, and
you were hurt.
You know, I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Not to the point where I have unforgiveness for people, but I was hurt because, like, I felt like these people were my family, you know, and you know, my spiritual family, and I felt when I left I was alone. Even though I got married, I was with my wife, but I was hurt because it's like ain't nothing better than a spiritual family,
Yeah.
a place where you can worship and you worship with brothers and sisters in Christ, you know. But sometimes when we fall out, you know, these are the people like when the Lord said, man, who's my mother, my brother, my sister? You know what I'm saying? When they came up to him, you know, they were like, yo, man, your family out here. And he's like, man, who my mother, my brother, and my sister, man? He said, those that obey the will of God. So, you know, I feel like it's something deep. I feel like spiritual families go deeper than blood, you know what I'm saying? Or blood in a natural way. But the blood in Christ, like it goes real deep. So, you know what I'm saying? When we kind of fell off, like it just really hurt me. And I felt like that was the song I wanted to speak on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely sounds like you poured your heart out on it.
And I was let me say this too, that the Lord is still healing me. Like he's healing me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I felt like that song also, cause when I hear it, I can hear the healing, you know what I mean? Like it was some time for me. It was enough time for me to be able to speak that on the song, because one thing I don't want to do, the type of person I am, just because I get into it with somebody or maybe somebody rubbed me the wrong way, I feel like that it's never a go ahead for me to go and make a diss song or a song where I'm coming in the wrong spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm coming in anger or vengeance, and that's not, I believe that's not the place or spirit that God wants us to be in. So, you know, just want to let y'all know that.
Yeah. Well, it definitely sounds like the song had even played a part in the healing process.
Yeah.
To get you going in a better and a positive direction with what you had went through. Oh, and I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes music is therapeutic.
It is,
right?
Man.
Even making it, I think for artists, making music can be very therapeutic. And whenever we put our heart into something, for you guys as listeners to be able to hear us pouring our heart out and opening up and being honest and vulnerable, then for you guys to be like, wow, this sounds great. The lyrics touched me too. It's like, wow, you're relating to what I went through. You know, thank God that we made something that he can use to not only start healing me, but to heal you too. You know what I'm saying? It's something that can heal the masses.
Man, hey, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Jay Nice.
Let's see if we can play a snippet of that song.
Oh yeah.
And so I did the hook and you did the verses.
Yeah.
So that they know. Let's play that. Oh, I got to put it on the right little thing. You know what I'm saying? Technical difficulties. We working on it. We working on it. All right, here we go.
They don't really wanna love you, commit for life and say I do.
Y'all let me know if the volume's good.
Wanna leave, came and took your heart like a thief. Yeah, that's why we pay no attention to Yeah, they don't really wanna love you, commit for life and say I do. Supposed to be a team, but why they wanna leave? Came and took your heart like a thief. Yeah, that's why we pay no attention to Pay no attention.
Had so much pain in my life, I done cried so much so my eyes feel dry. Pray so much, I'm tired of looking at the sky, but I don't give up, pencil's word in a lie. Depend on man and they fail you every time. People come around and they try to talk down. They see the outside, they don't see the inside. How I walk around the town, on my face is a smile. They can see my troubles, but my guy hold me down. Confused about me while he stand from the side. I don't pay no attention, like my head in the clouds. Keep my eyes on the prize, to the darkness I'm shine. If I ain't had Jesus, I'd probably lose my mind. To the lead, to the brain, pot, calling Brian. If you see me at the altar, I'm okay, I'm fine. Keep my head to the plow, I'm ready, I'ma ride, yeah.
They don't really wanna love you, commit for life and say I do. Supposed to be a team, but why they wanna leave? Came and took your heart like a thief. Yeah, that's why we pay no attention to Yeah, they don't really wanna love you, commit for life and say I do. Supposed to be a team, but why they wanna leave? Came and took your heart like a thief. Yeah, that's why we pay no attention
Yeah, so a little snippet of that. The rest you can hear if you go pick up the project Good Soil by Young Priest, Da Preachers, D-A instead of T-H-E, right? D-A. Duh.
Make it hood. Duh.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you relevant, bro. All right, this next one right here, Change. That's the third song on the album. It's got Joe Poe the Son, and we got Jaquil Rector. Tell me about Change.
Change, man. That was actually the first.
Everything about me changed. Nothing else is the same.
Actually, it's the second song that I created, you know what I'm saying, off this album, you know. But it was really the first song that kickstart this whole album. Like, I had this feeling like, man, I need to get in the studio. I feel like I got something to say. And, man, I heard this beat, and I was like, immediately the words started coming to me, man. And Change is like, it's something like, you know what I'm saying, it's something for the youth, you know what I mean? Like, I had to give them something for the youth. You know, I had to give something for the youth, man. It's a trap vibe, but it's not, but it's, you're not getting no, like, you ain't getting anything, but you getting some substance with it, you know what I'm saying? Everything about me changed. I was about to say,
because I feel like it might be for the youth, but whenever it's a grown man, you can listen to the verses and it's still gonna speak to you. It's not something that's just for people who are younger. It's for the experience.
You know man. You know, because you got cats out here, you know, listening to Roddy Ricch, listening to Future and Travis Scott and all this, you know, all these other people, and they have their own stories. But it's like, I feel like we can make music, you know, I feel like as a Christian, we can make dope music from our own, the way that we perceive the world, you know what I mean? And I feel like we can be in those same categories, but we can bring the message and bring glory to God, you know what I'm saying? So in the lyrics, I'm saying everything about me changed, meaning, you know, that as the words say that, you know, I'm no longer the old man, like who I was before. I am changed, you know what I'm saying? And I threw in there like no size one man, you know, that was for my wife, and saying that I got no other women, you know what I'm saying? There's no other women. Like back then, you know what I'm saying?
She was full meal, boy.
When we was out there in the world, you know what I mean? We was trying to get a bunch of them, you know what I'm saying? We was trying to, you know, I don't know if y'all remember that old Wayne song. I don't know if we got some saved folks on here, but that every girl, you know what I'm saying? Trying to love every girl in the world, but you know what I'm saying? But when you meet that right one, that good thing, you know what I'm saying? But
I don't see nothing wrong having a couple females on the side.
All right, Solomon.
I'm just
hey, y'all, we just joking. But yeah, that song, man. You know, even when you listen to my verse, man, that actually came from when I was 18. I'm not even gonna go in full detail, man, but I was doing a lot of things with my bros, man. I was going down the wrong path, you know what I mean? I got saved, I believe, when I was 19, but before that, I was like I was doing things as soon as I graduated, you know, because my mom was real strict on me, but when I turned 18 and she said you had to go, she kicked me out of the nest, man, I turned up, and I turned all the way up, man. I was going down a path like that. I was doing things that when I would look at myself in the mirror, I almost couldn't recognize myself anymore. I know some of y'all may felt like that, you know what I mean? I was like, bro, I was ashamed to go around certain friends and to go around my family. I didn't want them to see me like this. And so that's where that verse come from. And I said, man, I was trying to ball. Mama couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter the teachings that she you know, put in me, like, bro, when I turned 18 and went out the house, that went out the window. And so that's why I believe that Christ had to save me, because if he didn't, I probably would have ended up dead, or I would have been in jail.
Yeah, were you the first verse on this one?
Yes, I was the first verse on that song, Change.
You know what? Let's let them hear this, because it sounds like there was a story behind this, and we want to be able to break down these lyrics.
Yeah.
So let's do that right now. This intro, bro, is fire.
That's Ro putting that work on that, man.
Everything about me change, nothing else the same. No size one man, G switch my lane. Everything about me change, nothing else the same. Real dollars, real change. Grind hard with my time. Everything about me change, nothing else the same. No size one man, G switch my lane. Everything about me change, nothing else the same. Real dollars, real change. Grind hard with my time. Everything about me change. I remember having my back right against the wall, yeah. Thought that I could make it on my own and then I fall, yeah. Mama couldn't tell me nothing, I was tryna ball, yeah. Tryna live my best life with my bros, we partied all night, ayy. That was like all night, ayy. That was like every night, ayy. I forgot my ways, I was losing my sight. Probably could've lost my life, bit more than I could buy. I was in over my head, probably could've went fed. Never wanted me dead, Christ came and broke bread. He just switched up my lane, now I'm fresh, Kenny Paint. Drew Brees, I'm a saint, I don't care what they say. Everything ain't perfect, but I know it been changed. If he did it for me, he can do it for you. He can do it for you.
He can do it for who?
If he did it for me, he can do it for you. Everything about me change, nothing else the same. No size one man, G switch my lane. Everything about me change, nothing else the same. Real dollars, real change. Grind hard with my time. Everything about me change,
nothing else the same.
Man.
No sides remain.
Hey, and let me say this too, bro. My boy Joe Poe, man, he was speaking on that track too, man. He was speaking on that track. That boy said, what'd he say? He said, all my homies take the wide road, so I'll never take the basic route. You know, like that's the scripture, bro, and saying that wide is the path to, you know, basically to destruction. You know what I'm saying? To hell. And he said, I'd rather take that narrow path, man, that what people ain't trying to take.
What up,
that's
Bobby?
real,
what
bro.
Up, Teresa? What up, Chad? What up, Joseph? I see y'all. If y'all still in here. What up? Thanks for joining. We with Young Priest, the preacher, talking about his new album, Good Soil.
Man.
And we listened to a music video. We talked about the album artwork. We're just kind of going through some tracks right now. And let us know what you think. If the music sounds good to you, then that's dope. I think my next favorite song on this, bro, Shine.
Oh, man. That's you know, just to let y'all know, man, Shine is actually one of my favorite songs also off this album.
I would categorize this as a love song.
Yes, it's definitely a love song, man. I wrote this song for my wife. You know, I felt I've made other love songs, but I really wanted to kind of highlight some of the things that we went through together. You know, and some of the things that we went through before we got married, you know. I wanted to highlight a little bit of those things, you know. And, you know, my wife, she loves it, man. She loves the song.
So is the song talking about a lot of what you went through before marriage, or is it after?
It's both, because I said, I mean, it's really more after. It's like after, like, or like when we, no, it's all together. It's like, it's our whole love story.
It's a mix.
Like, you know, briefly, you know, when I said in the beginning, I said I didn't even know your name. I was, you know, when I got saved, I you know, I wasn't focusing on any women or anything like that. I did, you know, those that know me, like, you know what I'm saying, it was somebody, you think that they were the one and they wasn't the one, you know what I'm saying? But she, when I prayed, you know what I'm saying, some of y'all know what I'm talking about, but when I prayed, man, and I said, God, send me the wife, because see, this is the thing.
Yeah, you wanted a rib.
Like, I'm going to drop some nuggets, y'all. Sometimes as men, we tend to look sometimes at the wrong woman, you know what I mean? Like, my old pastor used to say, lips, hips, and fingertips. She said, you know, they look good, but when you get older, they fade away. So you don't want to base your relationship on what you see. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can be getting with the man that looks good, but in the inside he's a devil. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to do is what the scripture says, is he that finds a wife finds a good thing and attains favor from the Lord. You have to pray, man. You have to pray. You know, one, you have to become whole in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people who desire to be married and they're not ready. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready because when you get with that woman, you're going to hurt her. But I ain't trying to go deep into this, y'all. But what I want to say is that with my wife, man, I was praying for her. And that's why I said I didn't even know your name. I knew my wife in high school. You know what I'm saying? But she was with me.
But y'all didn't date in high school, right?
No, we didn't date in high school.
It wasn't until after.
It was till after. Like she had feelings for me, but you know what I'm saying? Like back then, like my mind wasn't in my head. You know, some of y'all gonna get that. My mind wasn't in my head, so I wasn't looking to be with anybody. You know, I was looking for something else.
Right.
But like I said, bro, with my wife, I was saved, loving the Lord, and then I seen her get off the bus, and I was gonna get on the bus. I was getting on the bus, and I was getting off the bus, and I seen her get on the bus, and I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, "Invite her to church." I heard that clear, and so I was like, "All right." So I invited her to church, and I heard the Lord say, "That's your wife." And I know how y'all might hear a bunch of these men and women of God, some other people saying, "That's my husband," and the dude already married. Like that's wasn't it, bro. It was super clear. Like the Lord said, "That's your wife."
He gonna wear 2 rings?
But you know what I'm saying? So like this song is basically me speaking that when we got together, when we got engaged, me and my wife, we went through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things, you know. We were you know, I didn't have a place to live. Like we were going through so much. Was going through a lot of things. People saying this, people saying that. Some people being for us and some people not being for us. And we went through a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But even when I was with her, I went through my grandmother passed away. You know, and one of the things that still hit me to this day was that I wanted my grandmother to come to my wedding. I didn't have a lot of girlfriends and things like that, but man, when she was able to meet my wife before she passed, and she was like, "Oh yeah, Chris, this is the one." My grandma knew that my wife, like she's like, "This is the one. She's the one." You know what I'm saying? And when she passed, when we were together, it hit me so hard. You know what I mean? It hit me so hard because I wanted her to be there. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of pain and things, but through the pain, like God, like he just healed my heart. He was healing me through my wife and vice versa. My wife went through some things and he was using me to heal her as well. And we just grew stronger. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying in the second verse, is saying, man, through the, when we feel weak, we basically like we become stronger. Our love grows stronger. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know, I know a lot of couples out there can relate to that.
We feel weak.
Yeah.
Love goes. Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's give them a taste of shine.
A little taste of it. Yeah.
I love the intro on this song. I remember we actually specifically took time to make sure that we put detail and effort into making sure the intro on some of these songs were something that's gonna catch you, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and play it for him.
Young Priest.
Yeah. What up, Shauna? What up, Miguel? What's up, Misty? How y'all doing?
I know you star, yeah. I know you star. 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 Yeah, God gave you my heart. I knew it from the start. I know who you are. I know you a star. You shine like 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 a, yeah, right above the sky like a shooting star. Shooting star. You been through so much, I can see your scars. See your scars. All them other guys, they not up to par. Up to par. I know when you love real hard. Give the glory to God, cause I know you better wait. I was so lonely. How fast and I prayed. Probably prayed every day. I ain't even know your name, but we went to high school. I ain't know it was you. God came with the proof. Thank God it was you. You stepped out of faith. Then God came through. You didn't think it was love, but it said I do. Right in front of the crew. I know God gave you my heart. I knew it from the start. I know who you are. I know you a star. You shine like 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 a right above the sky like a shooting star. You been through so much, I can see scars. All them other guys, they not up to par. I know when you love real hard. We was let down below, we was right at the bottom. Now we 2 peas in a pot, yeah, give it out to the potter. Love how we get closer when times get harder, and we feel real weak, but our love grows stronger. He planted you and I, like a seed to a farmer. You a star in the sky, oh love to see you shine. He put you way up high, he put it all in your design. You're one of a kind, made me wanna wait in line. And I ain't had to see the Carfax, see the realness in your eyes. That's the truth and no lie.
Appreciate it, Wayne.
I need Eve by my side, Mount Zion we gon' climb. Give the God all the glory, give God all the words. He the center of my story, right above the sky like a shooting star. You been through so much, I can see scars. All them other guys, they not up to par. I know when you love I gave you my heart. I knew it from the start. I know who you are. I know you a star. You shine like 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 a right above the sky like a shooting star. You been through so much, I can see scars. All them other guys, they not up to par.
Yeah.
And I know when you shine real hard. Is that how it goes?
I know when you love real hard.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Meaning
just heard
like,
it. Just heard it. I already forgot the lyrics.
Man, with that hook, meaning like, man, my wife and some of the husbands or even you wives will know that your husbands have been through so much. You've seen them not be handled correctly. You've seen them be a lot of scars they went through in relationships and pain in life. Yeah. And like I said, I really do believe that God, when he brings 2 people together, he brings them together for a reason and for them to be healed. You know what I mean? I believe that God gives each and every person the tool to be able to help each other to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's why I believe that when God chose Eve for Adam, he didn't choose her to just look pretty, but he chose her to help him to go forward in his purpose. So that's what I felt like on the song. And I'm just saying that, like, man, through all the pain and all the scars and through everything that my wife had been through, the Lord has still allowed her to shine through all of it. You know what I'm saying?
It's dope. I like the track. It's the first actual love song I think I've ever heard from you. Even thinking back, what you had the mix the mixtape, right?
Yeah. How that song go? I can't even remember. I had Melody singing the hook for that one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was a love song, but this is like a love song that I'm singing. You know what I'm saying? I had to sing this. You know what I mean? Hey, let me say this real quick. As a rapper, man, I know a lot of you artists out there, man. Y'all ever get to the point where like you're singing a hook, you're working on a hook, and you can't get anybody to sing for you. The best person you can get is yourself. And you're like, man, I got it in me and I'm gonna get it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it was for the song. I was like, man, I'm gonna sing this. I don't want to get nobody else to sing this. I'm gonna sing this.
Yeah, it turned out great.
And it did.
I think let's see if we can get somebody who's on the album. Let's see if we can give them a call.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If,
I think Jodeci's watching right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can give him a call. And let's see if we can get his 2 cents on this.
Turn my volume up.
Oh, okay. Ooh. It's gonna be hello. Boy gonna be doing something he shouldn't be doing. Gonna catch him. Let's see what he say.
Hey, brother, you are live on the Big Ro podcast.
You on air.
Caller number 9.
You have won a new boat and a cruise.
I need a Alex Fish paid trip to Hawaii.
You on the phone with the wrong people for that.
I can pray you to Hawaii.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Yeah. So hey, Jodeci. This is Jodeci on the line. He go by Joe Poe the Son. He's part of Spirit Life Crew, which
Yep.
our boy Young Priest, the preacher here as
That shit
well.
dope.
And Jodeci did what, 2 features on this?
He did 2 features.
So he was on Changed and he was on Way Up. He did a hook called On Way Up. So tell us, Jodeci, tell us what it was like to work with your boy Young Priest on his first album.
Solo album. Yeah.
And this I already know. You already know I tell him all the time. I was telling him a while back, hey, bro, go ahead and drop it because what God put in you, He didn't put in nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You got your own divine gift. It may be rapping, everybody can rap. But everybody ain't got that same anointing. Everybody don't have that same. So once you did change, and you was talking about like making this EP move, I already knew what was up. I said, oh yeah, it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
You know, well, it's gonna go up. Correct that fluidity.
Amen.
Go up, man. You know what I'm saying? And I knew what God was gonna do.
Man.
I listened to your stuff. It's been on repeat since it's been dropped. Now, remember I told you, I said, hey, bro, give me a copy. Then you was all like, hey, if you want me to send you a copy, you know, I'm going to send it to you. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some patience because this is going to be something that's going to be able to deliver me and heal me also, even though I was in the group on some of it. You know what I'm saying? So I just do God was you got to feel something. For those who haven't heard, they tuning in right now. If you haven't heard this project, this project, you don't hear snippets on here. They need to go and listen for themselves.
Amen.
And listen again. See what God is saying to you, bro. He's definitely speaking.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for that, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate it. I don't know if everybody on the live can hear, but we got Joe Put a Son on the line, and it sounds like you might have us on speaker a little bit, so it's a little hard to hear you. But I think I heard everything that he had said.
Yeah.
But
I did, man.
It's a love, you know what I'm saying? But, man, don't be project, man. I don't just say that. I think I called you like a few days after. I called you a few days after.
Yeah,
I had
you
to
did.
listen to it.
Yeah.
I had to listen to it.
yeah,
So, you know, I ain't gonna ever just tell you that. I'm always trying to
Gonna keep it
tell you
100.
the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, keep it 100. Hey, this ain't the move. You know what I'm saying? So,
Or you ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing at all. He'll be real quiet. You like, all right, that wasn't it.
I'm not gonna lie. I've sent him some tracks before. Hey, what do you think about this? I don't hear anything back for like a week, and then I see him in person. I'm like, "What up, bro?" And then I show him the track in person, and I finally get a response from him. But it's like, come on, dog. If you really liked the song, you would have texted me back.
Yeah, if he
but that's
really
how
like
I
it, he
know
gonna
he
call
didn't
you.
like it.
Yeah, if he like it, he gonna call you. He gonna let you know. Or he like to hit you with it's decent. If he hit you with it's decent, it's all right. It just barely passed.
It need a little work if he hit you with that just decent.
Man, that's how my bro is, man. But what I want to say, man, for Joe Poe, bro, on my first project I did, not an album, but it was a mixtape, man. He was the one, like, I mean, him and Jaquil, man. I gotta give honor where honor is due, man. Jaquil told me, he said, man, hey, here's $100. Go to the studio and record. And I was like, wow, for real, bro? He said, man, God put it on my heart to do it. Same thing with Joe Poe. He'll be in the studio and say, bro, let me cover your session. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, because I was at a place where I didn't have it like that, man. And he was encouraging me and saying, bro, you got something to say. He said, always tell me this over and over again. Be like, bro, you got something to say, bro. Go to the studio. You You know what I'm saying? So I just want to share that back with everybody and then share that back with you, Joe Poe, man. I appreciate you, bro, as a brother.
Yeah, caller number 9, we appreciate you calling in. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next caller. But you have yourself a great day. You want to